Welcome back to Wrestling Renaissance. This is Wrestling Renaissance Run-In. My name is TJ Leo.
And I'm your defending prediction champ, Goal 2K.
How dare you, sir? How dare you throw that in my face and keep that belt in the background?
Oh, it'll be there.
Yeah. This is another special edition of Wrestling Renaissance. Normally what we do is we talk about the PLEs and pay-per-views before and after each one, but this is an off week. We don't have one to talk about this week. So when that happens, we do one of these, sort of a special episode where we pick a topic and focus our time on it. The first one we did was ranking all of the SummerSlam pay-per-views, or PLEs in some cases. This time we're gonna kind of go with a festive thing. It's Halloween. I've redecorated our frames here. You can't see them right now, Cole, unfortunately, because they're in post. But I've decorated our frames for Halloween, and we're gonna sort of rank using Tiermaker, as you can see on your screen and below us here. The Hell in a Cell matches, every single Hell in a Cell match. Did you know that there have been 53 of these damn matches?
53, good gracious.
That's ridiculous. They definitely watered them down. I shouldn't say they. I should say Vince watered it down a great deal, especially by having a yearly pay-per-view where you have multiple Hell in a Cell matches in it. That's just what an asinine decision that was, ladies and gentlemen. So I fully anticipate that we will have a lot of trash in this particular tier maker.
There will be a lot.
There will be a lot of trash. There will definitely be some goats, though.
Definitely.
And there might even be this happened. That's why I added the little blue one at the bottom, because some of these are like, oh, that was a thing? Okay.
Yeah.
So let's kick things off with the original Hell in a Cell match, October 5th, 1997, in St. Louis, Missouri. We had Shawn Michaels against The Undertaker at Bad Blood in Your House to determine the number one contender for the WWF Championship.
Are we allowed to say this anymore?
Well, I'm allowed. I don't know. I think they are now too. I think the lawsuit or the agreement was like 10 years where they couldn't say WWF, because they're saying it all the time now, and they're not blurring out the old logo or anything like that anymore. So
yep.
I think it's all fair game now. But obviously this is an absolute classic match. This is one of the longer Hell in a Cell matches as well. This was 30 minutes.
30 even, yeah.
Yeah. This was also the debut of Kane.
Yeah.
So this had a lot.
It's gotta be Kane.
It's gotta be Kane. Oh, good old Vince and his wonderful commentary.
Yep.
That's gotta be Kane. Yeah, great match though. Seriously, great match. I mean, Michaels and Taker are they were like made for one another.
Yep.
In professional wrestling.
Real life, but they had chemistry together.
Yes, absolutely. They had that magic sauce.
They did.
For sure. And this was one of the first like falls off the cell into the table, where Michaels was like climbing up the side of the cell and fell off into the announcer's table.
Well, that's same compared to the other ones.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But amazing match, very bloody. Kane comes out at the end, rips off the door off its hinges, and Tombstone's Taker, and I believe Shawn Michaels wins.
Yep.
So obviously, yeah, and I should mention Paul Bearer was with Kane.
Yep.
Can't forget about. Oh yeah. Good old Paul Bearer. That's the best I can do. I can't go too high on those octaves anymore.
I can't anymore.
Very, very deep. I mean, this is a goat, right?
100%.
Yeah, this is a goat.
I'll probably if you said anything about
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I don't think it can go any lower than it go.
No.
It,
No.
it's one of those matches where they set the tone with the first match
Yep.
perfectly. It's like this is what it's supposed to be. This is supposed to be a grudge, knockdown, drag 'em out brawl of blood and chaos. That's what it's supposed to be. All right, the second Hell in a Cell match ever was a tag team match on Raw in June of 1998. Only lasted 10.5 minutes. Was The Undertaker and Stone Cold Steve Austin against Mankind and Kane. And gotta say, I don't know why this was made.
I don't
it was
either.
it was one of those things where, and wasn't this like very close? What was the dates? Yeah, it was like 8 months after the first Hell in a Cell match, and they put it on TV, and
Yeah.
it just felt
10
like
minutes.
Yeah, a 10-minute match for all that work, putting that cell together and all that. Yeah, it's just was not worth it. They could have just had a tag match.
Yeah.
Or a tornado tag match, I should say. I wouldn't say it's trash though. It's definitely not great. I don't know. Mid, I guess. I guess that qualifies as mid.
Yeah. You don't. I mean, there was one much later on. They were probably rate really good, or at least I want to rate really good. But Hell in a Cell is just not tag.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
even multi-man. It's meant for just two people. For me, I mean,
I don't know. I would disagree with that. I mean, if you get two tag teams that are really, really, if you build up the hatred, between them, we could do a good tag match. Whether or not they've done a good tag match, we'll have to see as we go through these. But yeah, I think mid is the best I can do on this one.
Yeah, I'm mid.
Oh, by the way, that is not slang mid. This is like middle of the road mid.
Yeah.
Number 3, The Undertaker defeated Mankind at King of the Ring, June 1998. This is the all-time classic that everyone knows.
This is the video. This is the classic Jim Ross talk. By God,
As God is my witness, he's broken in half. That's it. Yep. He's dead. Said his Jerry Lawler. Yeah, that match is insane.
Terry Funk getting choke slammed out of his shoes.
Out of his shoes, yeah.
Yep.
The thumbtacks after he had already fallen off the cell, fallen through the cell. Holy
nose.
Oh my God. Yeah. Talk about giving your soul, giving your body to the business. I mean,
yep.
Don't know what really needs to be said about this match that hasn't already been said. It's a goat.
It's a goat. 100%.
It's a goat. And I would say it's above Taker and Michaels personally. Ooh, we have a controversy. Okay, now here's the thing, right? Is that if we're considering this a wrestling match, I would say Taker and Michaels is better because it had actual wrestling and it had actual like moves in it, and it told a great story. But out of these two, the more memorable one is Mankind's match. So I don't know.
I'd agree with that. I mean, it's more respectful.
Yeah, it was definitely a spot fest. That's all it was. But it was a great spot fest.
I'd say probably the first one was more memorable, but this one had more moments, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely had more moments.
Yeah. It's too bad we can't tie them. Because they're both great for they're both goats for different reasons.
And the ironic thing about this one wasn't even an event on the pay-per-view.
Undertaker and Mankind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was nothing.
No.
That was Kane and Steve Austin.
Oh yeah, for the title, right?
I think that's the first blood match, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yep. That sounds about right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of curious what the IWC would say about this. Where they would, which one would go number one?
Not enough flips.
Not enough flips.
Although the IWC, Meltzer gave the original 5 stars.
Did he? What did he give the Mankind one? Oh, 4.5.
It's 4.5.
Yeah, 4.5. Hmm.
But I'd still say the Mankind would be tough.
Yeah.
I'd agree.
I'm not. I wouldn't fight either answer, honestly.
Yep.
I think they're both just phenomenal. All right. Let's move on to August 24th, 1998. Another Raw is War. This one was worse, though. This one was Mankind versus Kane in a no contest. And it only lasted 7 minutes, 41 seconds. Why would this end in a no contest? What happened? Do you know what happened in this match?
I don't remember.
Mankind versus Kane. Hell in a Cell. There we go. It's widely regarded as one of the most forgotten Hell in a Cell matches ever. Yeah, I can't find anything about it. I think I have a full video here though from yeah, WWE's got this entire match on YouTube for free. I'm skimming it real quick. Apparently there was a pretty bad table spot somewhere in here, but I haven't seen it. Oh, it looks like it ended in a no contest because Stone Cold came in and started beating the shit out of Kane. And it looks like Taker also came out and he got on top of the cell and rode the cell as it was being raised. I don't see any like crazy spots though. Where's this table spot that they were talking about? Oh, I see thumbtacks. Oh yeah, Kane got put in the thumbtacks, but he was fine. Mankind had a big what's the word I'm looking for? Damn it. Big chair shot to the head. How that man doesn't have complete brain damage, I have no idea after all the chair shots he's taken to the head. It's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got to have something. Yeah, I can't find the table spot that the people are referring to. I'm not sure what... Oh, here it is. Apparently, he said that the table spot in this match hurt more than when he got thrown off the cell. So it looks like he tried to climb up the cell. Taker chased him. Oh, I see why it hurt more. So he chased Mankind up the side of the cell and grabbed Mankind by his shirt from behind and then pulled him backward. So Mankind fell backward into the table, but he mostly missed the table and fell right onto the concrete.
Oh,
it looked pretty nasty. I can tell now why it happens at about 3:43 in the. Oh God, yeah, that looks brutal. Yeah, 3:43 in the video if you can find the video.
Okay.
On YouTube. Pretty nasty though, but this match looked pretty good from what I was scanning through. The crowd went absolutely ballistic when Austin came out.
I always do.
Yeah, that's true. They always do. So I can't. It's hard for me to say what this would go in. From what I mean, the fact that it ended in a no contest is really stupid. It's a Hell in a Cell match. Right. That part I don't. That's Vince booking 101. I would say, I don't know why it's not as memorable. It's very strange. I would say great, based on what I've seen in that video. There's a lot of bumps in it, some chair shots. I was gonna, maybe let's bump it down to maybe a good because of the ending. The ending was pretty stupid, and the fact that it was on a Raw was also stupid. I agree with you. Let's go with good. All right, the next one needs no introduction. It is infamous for how bad it is.
Oh.
The Undertaker defeated Big Boss Man at WrestleMania 15, March 99, in a just under 10-minute match. The match itself sucked, and the ending was what it was mostly known for, where Taker hung Big Boss Man from the cell and raised up the cell.
Yep.
The imagery
of darkness days.
Yeah, the problem with it was that Taker was a good guy, right? Technically. But he wasn't really, because the Ministry of Darkness was kind of like evil.
Yeah.
And Big Boss Man definitely wasn't a good guy, if I recall.
I think this is when he was.
Is it? Man, well, I can tell why they hung him. because obviously he wasn't a good good face.
Yeah.
The imagery was cool, seeing him hung from a cell, but there wasn't enough between them. There's not enough hatred built up, not enough story built up to warrant that shock value. That was terrible. It was all kinds of awful.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah, I think this is our first trash.
Yeah.
I mean, the match itself sucked.
Yeah, it's hard to justify it even this bit.
Yeah, I can't. Into the trash you go, my friend. Sorry, Taker. We love you, even if you've aligned with a certain individual lately. Next matchup was a classic. Triple H defending his WWF Championship against Cactus Jack. If Cactus Jack lost, he had to retire as an active wrestler. This was at No Way Out 2000
in
Hartford, Connecticut, in a 24-minute match.
It had really, really good rivalry.
Oh my God, Triple H and Mankind / Cactus Jack is, man, it's one of the best rivalries of all time. / Dude Love, yeah, that's true. / McFoley.
Yep.
Yeah, it's yeah, their feuds is one of the best of all time. I remember their match at Royal Rumble as well being really, really good.
Yep.
But this I think was probably their best match, I would say.
I don't know. I kind of like the one for Royal Rumble.
Yeah. I mean they're both excellent matches for sure. Obviously the highlight of this match was when Triple H and Cactus Jack got on top of the cell. Cactus Jack brought up a barbed wire 2x4, which he lit on fire and was going to pedigree Triple H into it, but Triple H countered.
Pile driver. Who's going to pile drive?
Oh, pile drive. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right. Pile driver. But Triple H countered it into a backdrop, and Cactus Jack fell through the top of the cell, hitting the ring, and the ring gave way and collapsed beneath him. So he was like in this little pit in the ring. Didn't have quite the impact as his original Hell in a Cell match because it wasn't real.
Yeah,
and everyone knew it.
It was planned.
It was planned. It was a gimmick. Yeah, but it still looked crazy and it still looked cool. Told a great story, and I think this was like the 7th time he retired, and he retired like 18 times more after this. So.
And then went to TNA.
Yeah, and then went to TNA. Yeah, and then came back again. Who knows? Yep. But yeah, this was a fantastic match. I would put this probably at amazing. It's not a GOAT, I don't think, but amazing is perfectly appropriate for it.
Yep, it's amazing.
Not sure where this second match is from. What's this one? This it might be out of. I have no idea what this match is. This looks like a mistake. That looks like Al Snow versus Big Boss Man. I don't even see that match.
That's the Kingdom from Hell match.
Why is that in this list?
Because technically it's in a structure.
So then this list must be missing another match then. Because the Hell in a Cell Wikipedia page doesn't list the Kennel match. No. But there's still 53. But there's only 53 images. So we're gonna end up finding one that's missing at some point.
Yeah.
I think we should skip the Kennel match personally.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So then the next one, let me make sure that one's right. Oh yeah, we got the Armageddon match, the 6-man Hell in a Cell for the WWF title in December of 2000. Kurt Angle defended against Undertaker, Triple H, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Rikishi, and The Rock. This was a long match. This was a 32-minute epic, in my opinion. Rikishi was the oddball in this match for sure. It was a little strange. This was when he was getting a really big push as a single star for some reason.
Was this before or after he did it for The Rock?
This was after. Yeah.
Okay.
This was after he did it for the people. Yeah, this was when he had the Bad Man theme song.
Okay.
I'm a bad man. Give him bad man. bad looks, whatever that song is. This one I think is kind of controversial. What did Meltzer give it? Let's see, 4.5. He gave it 4.5. Okay, so he liked it. Not that Meltzer's opinion matters, because quite frankly, I think he's a douchebag. But but that match was like, yeah, yeah, for sure. But that match was kind of, in my opinion, like the epitome of the Attitude Era for me. Because I mean, you got some of the biggest stars in the history of the company. You got Kurt Angle, Undertaker, Triple H, Stone Cold, and The Rock.
Yep.
In the same match in a Hell in a Cell, and excuse me, every single one of those entrances, the crowd was just lit up. They were on fire.
Briscoe kind of
yeah. Just so much in one match. The only thing that sucked about it was the rest of the pay-per-view really suffered because all of their top stars were in one match.
Yeah,
that's the only thing that kind of sucked for that pay-per-view. But I thought it was just a great match. You know, the high spot in the match was Rikishi getting, I don't want to say choke slammed. They say choke slammed off the cell. I say pushed.
Yeah.
Pushed off the cell onto the back of the pickup truck, which looked great, and the crowd popped for it. The crowd was really on fire for this match, and it was really cool to see Kurt Angle retain in this match as well. That was awesome. I was shocked when he retained. I'm like, what? I mean, a 1 in 6 chance.
There's probably not too many retains from that. So,
well, we should look at that at the end.
Yep.
See how many people actually retained it. But yeah, this was great. Let's see. As far as where we would put it on the Tiermaker,
I think you said it.
Right? Great. You don't think it's amazing?
Well, I mean, obviously it's top of grade right now, but I mean, I definitely don't see it as good as Triple H and Mania or package track.
All right, let's put it at great for now, and if
we can move it up,
we can move it up if we find that it's if it's fitting. Well, for sure. I'm gonna move this thing to the end just so I don't see that every single time. Alrighty.
Yeah.
Armageddon. Yeah. We didn't have another Hell in a Cell match for 2 years. It wasn't until May of 2002, Judgment Day, where we had Triple H defeating Chris Jericho in a 24-minute match. Let's see what happened in this one. Didn't get as great of a review from Meltzer, 3 3/4 stars. God, I hate his rating system.
And this was not the main event. The main event of this one was a Hollywood Hogan and Undertaker for the title.
Oh wow, that was that. Yeah, we're getting into the weird era of WWE. So it says Triple H had been back for close to 6 months at this point, and he was having a decent return. So this was after his Rumble return, and then he won at Mania against Chris Jericho. And then he lost the title again at the next pay-per-view. Yeah, I don't specifically remember anything about this match.
I remember the end. And, I don't remember exactly why they were fighting.
I think they were just continuing their feud.
Yeah. I mean, the end was a little bit memorable because it did end on top of the cage.
Oh, was that the pedigree on the top?
Yep, that was Jericho attempted to hit him with a barbed wire 2x4. Triple H hit him with a low blow and hit him.
Right. I think I remember that because when he did the pedigree, blood came down from Jericho onto the camera. I don't know, one of the cameras that were pointing upwards. Yeah. If I remember correctly. Yeah.
Triple H hit him with a 2x4 and then the pedigree on top of the cell.
Okay. Well, yeah, it was good. I would say it was probably better than the Mankind Kane match.
Yeah.
I don't think I can put it at great though.
Yeah, it's hard to put it underneath the Mankind Kane just because that was on TV.
Yeah, exactly. That was my thought as well. I was trying to figure out where it would go, and I think it's between Armageddon and that match. But I wouldn't call it great though, because it didn't have enough memorable stuff. So let's put it right here for now. That's a good spot. Oh, good lord. Let's see. The next match was Brock Lesnar defending his WWE Championship against The Undertaker at No Mercy 2002 in a 27-minute absolute classic.
Yeah.
Was this the match where Tim White got injured?
No, I think that was actually the last one.
Oh, Jericho and Triple H.
Triple H, yeah.
Tim White get injured? Let me confirm. Yeah, you're right. Yep. That's when he suffered the shoulder injury because they bumped into White. He went flying into the cage and he hit the cage wrong or something.
Yep.
And that basically ended his career because it was pretty bad. But yeah, no, Lesnar and Undertaker is fantastic. I do personally think that it's a little overrated. I've gone back and watched it a couple of times and I'm like, this was great, but some people swear by it as being in the top 3, and I'm like, I don't know about that. It's great.
I mean, if people thinking this is a top 3 or even a top 5, there's a most recent one. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Top 3.
Yeah.
I mean, if you say this was top 5, I'd say it's overrated. I wouldn't have it this high.
No, me either.
I
do think it's great though, but maybe not great on our scale. Well, maybe great on our scale.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say it's great. But when you think of Undertaker and Lesnar, obviously this isn't what comes to mind first. Second, fourth, third for me, probably.
Yeah, I would say the first has got to be their SummerSlam match, right?
No, I mean, for me, the first would be the Streak Incident.
Yeah, that match sucked, but that moment is memorable for sure.
Right. And then, like you said, the
SummerSlam. Yeah, the one where they supposed to sit up and laugh at each other. That's just.
It isn't the one where Taker choked out Brock and Brock flipped him off before he passed out.
Yeah, I put him in Hell's Gate. Yeah, that was man, that's a classic.
Yep.
Yeah, so yeah, I would personally put this under Armageddon.
Yep.
In the great column.
Yep.
Okay. I think we're gonna have a lot of sacrilege people coming out of the woodwork on that one.
But remember, we were thinking about putting Jericho and Triple H in great, weren't we?
Yeah, we were thinking about that. Yeah.
So are we thinking that's better than Triple H and Jericho?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, definitely. Right. Yeah. I don't think Lesnar and Undertaker left the cell in that match, which is interesting. I think they were entirely inside.
The first one? That might have been the first one.
Yeah, they almost all of them before that left the cell. I don't think Taker and Boss Man ever did. No. That match was just empty. But I think every other one they left the cell. That's so funny how that was the distinguishing feature of the Hell in a Cell was you can't leave it. But every single one they managed to find a way out. Yeah, that's funny.
Interference.
Yeah, or interference, yeah. The next one wouldn't come until a year later. Oof.
Yeah.
Triple H defending his World Heavyweight Championship with Mick Foley as the special guest referee against Kevin Nash at Bad Blood, June 2003, in a 21-minute match. Surprisingly, Meltzer gave it a 3 1/4, which is higher than I would have expected. But I remember this match being trash. Personally.
Not good.
Look, all respect in the world to Kevin Nash. He is successful. He's memorable for some reason. But it wasn't because he had amazing matches. I'm sorry. He didn't. I have his autograph. He's one of the only wrestlers I've ever actually met in person. Yeah, I don't know. It's technically in my background, but it's so far away. It's right here. That picture, that's right there. I met him at a Comic-Con in Toronto.
Nice.
I got him to sign an NWO picture with him and Scott Hall next to it, and had a good 5-10 minute conversation with him about WrestleMania 18 and some other stuff.
I used to have logo signed by Ted DiBiase, $1 Million Man.
Oh, that would be cool. What? Wait, you mean? What? You used to?
Yeah. So it got lost in the move.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, my conversation with Kevin Nash got interrupted by Jimmy Snuka.
Oh.
He came up, and they started talking, and the minute that Kevin Nash stood up, I was like, I am a small human being. Him and Jimmy are just so tall. I'm not tall by any means. I'm like 5'6". But good God,
Snuka was still pretty stocky.
Oh God, they're huge men. Huge men. I think there was another wrestler there, but I don't remember who the other guy was. Oh, there was a woman there from TNA, Tracy.
Tracy. That's Kazarian's wife. Frankie Kazarian's wife.
Yeah, I can't remember her last name. She was more eye candy than she was like a wrestler.
That's good.
Yeah, I can't remember what her name was. Tracy Brooks.
Yeah.
Tracy Brooks. Yeah, that was her. Yeah, I don't know how much of a good wrestler she was, but I just remember that like she had a lineup of men. She was wearing a low cut top, and it was just like, yeah. What can you do? What can you say? That's how you make money.
Yeah.
Okay, we've talked enough about Triple H and Kevin Nash in that match, but I would say, I would personally say it's trash. Low mid at best. It was not good.
Put it above Boss Man, Undertaker.
Yeah, I guess.
Really?
I mean, at least that match had something memorable in it, though. You know, it had a hanging in it. This match had like nothing.
And it was
nothing to
read. It was part of the Undertaker streak.
Yeah, and it was part of the streak. That's true. So, yeah. Triple H and Kevin Nash was just like with Mick Foley as the referee, just did nothing. You know, it was a non-starter.
Yeah.
So
I'd say the worst.
Yeah, I think that's a good call. All right.
So far.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna get there.
Yeah, well, we're gonna get more trash, I can guarantee you. Next up was oh yeah, jeez, you gotta get that cough like that.
Yeah.
The next one was about almost exactly a year later. Actually, the next one was Triple H was in another Hell in a Cell match at Bad Blood again.
Yep.
June 2004 against Shawn Michaels. So I think this was their rubber match after Shawn Michaels returned.
I think so.
Because Shawn Michaels returned at SummerSlam but SummerSlam's in August. This was in June, so this must have been like a year after Shawn Michaels returned.
Yeah.
So maybe not the rubber match. Maybe it was just they got together again after a year. But this was a long ass match. This was 47 minutes.
Oh,
holy crapola! Meltzer gave it a 3 3/4. It was billed as the final encounter, so it was the rubber match between the two. The feud had been going on for almost 2 years straight, and after countless matches, this was the final in the series. I guess the drawback of the match was that it did go, in fact, way too long. Which
was the longest.
This one's the longest Hell in a Cell match, yeah.
Yep.
I mean, if two men were ever able to pull it off, I guess they would, but I don't think they did by the sounds of it. I don't see any like memorable parts. It was probably just a good story told match.
You know,
with no real
diving elbow through the table.
On the outside or the inside?
Inside.
Inside. Okay, so they didn't leave.
Yeah.
So, okay. Yeah, I remember this match, but I don't remember being wowed by it. I think it was like just it didn't live up to the potential that it had. Yeah, I'd say it's good.
Yep.
I would say it's not better than Triple H and Jericho, though.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
So we'll put him in between them, in the middle. Next one was a year later again at Vengeance. June 2005, Batista defending his World Heavyweight Championship against Triple H in a 26-minute match. So I think, what year was that? That had to have been
after the breakup of the Revolution.
Okay, yeah. So this was post Mania.
Yeah.
21. This was a great match that I can remember. You know, Batista is not known for doing like any like crazy stunts or anything like that, but it was a good no disqualification type match. It just happened to be in a cell, I think is the best way of putting it.
Yeah.
I don't remember any highlights in particular from the match, but Meltzer gave it a 4.5. This was the rubber match between Batista and Triple H.
Yeah, nothing real big.
I remember it being very bloody, and I remember some good steel steps moments in it.
Choked Batista with a chain, back, steel chair wrapped in barbed wire.
Yeah.
Spine buster on the steel steps.
Yeah, I remember that. That was nasty.
Which was followed by Batista bomb.
Yeah, I think this was another good one. We're still in that same zone. Oh man, I would probably. It's better than Triple H and Michaels. Is it better than Triple H and Jericho though? Maybe this is the point at which we move Triple H and Jericho just behind Batista or just behind Brock and Taker and Great and replace it with this one and good.
Yeah.
Because I'm starting to wonder if Triple H and Jericho are just not going to get moved in that spot.
No. Yeah, I don't see them getting moved.
No. So we'll put that there, and we'll put this one at the top of good. All right. Next one, Armageddon, December 2005. Only like 6 months later, Undertaker defeated Randy Orton in a 30-minute match. These two had a lot of great matches, but I don't think they ever reached the heights of the WrestleMania 21 match, though.
No. This is
that match was
cool. Randy was accompanied by his dad.
Oh yeah, which was great. That I loved that whole shtick with the cast and everything. Just like at Mania 21, same thing. So good.
Yeah. For some reason, arm never healed.
Yeah, just never did.
Never.
In 40 years. 30, 40 years is same thing. What did they get? What did Meltzer give it? 3 3/4. This was another rubber match. Oh yeah, this match has an infamous story that's not good. This is the infamous story about how Taker was pissed off after the match when he found out that after Bob Orton bled, that he found out he had hepatitis. Yeah, he was pissed.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it was a good match though.
It was really good.
Yeah, I don't think it was the best Taker and Orton had, but it was definitely good. I would probably personally put this just below the last one that we had. So just below Triple H and Batista, personally. What do you think?
Put it just below the next one.
So you'd put it at the top of good?
No. I put it just below Triple H and
HBK? Yeah. Oh, wow. You put that low, eh? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I won't fight that. All right. Next up was about a year and just shy of a year later at Unforgiven 2006, D-Generation X, the new D-Generation X, I should say. Triple H and Shawn Michaels defeated Mr. McMahon, Shane McMahon, and Big Show in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, in a 25-minute match. No, I did not get to go see this match, but this pay-per-view was great overall. I do remember that. This match was less Hell in a Cell and more just kind of funny. There was a lot of funny spots in it. Wasn't there a point at which they shoved Vince's face into Big Show's ass?
They sure did. Yep.
They sure did. I would say the highlight of the match was the end where Triple H hit Vince with the sledgehammer, though, and it broke and went flying. That was crazy. Yeah, gimmicked, of course, but just
Shouldn't have been stretch it out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Wasn't Shane's mouth just like bleeding? He looked like he was dying.
Oh yeah.
At the end of the match, yeah.
Yep.
This was a brutal match, very bloody. I hate to say it because it's got the McMahons in it. But I would say this is low grade, like the lowest point on grade. It told a great story. These guys hated each other. This was a match that deserved to be in Hell in a Cell because they all just hated each other. The fact that it's the McMahons and Big Show is a little freaking weird and kind of not thrown together necessarily, but like, you know.
And that it's not a comedic DX.
It was the comedic DX, but it got pretty dark though. I mean, Shane looked dead. Like he was like he was like staring off into space and had blood dripping out of his mouth. He looked like he was in a coma. Like it was pretty nasty. I don't know. If you're not willing to put it into the grade, I would settle at but just above HBK and Triple H.
Nope, we can put it low grade.
You can put it low grade?
Yep.
All right. I think it was very entertaining. Next up, we had Batista defending his World Heavyweight Championship against The Undertaker at Survivor Series, November 2007. So just over a year later in a 21-minute match. I think this was a great match, if I remember correctly. Meltzer gave it a 4. Another sort of rubber match between the two. This was, I think, post WrestleMania 23. Yeah, because this match would set up Edge and Undertaker into WrestleMania 24.
Yep, it was Edge. Edge came in dressed as a cameraman, if I remember.
Right, hit him with the camera.
Yep.
Smoked him with the camera.
Basically, cost Undertaker match.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this was a good match. I personally don't like that ending, because I like Hell in a Cell matches to just be an ending to a feud and not a bridge type thing. You know what I mean? I understand it's not a terrible idea to use him as a bridge, but like I just
I mean technically it wasn't then. It just was the end of Batista and Undertaker, but yeah, I mean I see what you mean.
Yeah, I just prefer it not to be bridged. You know, like you use regular matches to bridge or moments to bridge, but if you're doing a rubber match between two people, just let them finish their shtick. You know, it didn't really feel like I remember feeling at the end of that going like, okay, this was their rubber match and Batista won because he essentially cheated. Not because he cheated, but because Taker got screwed. So it's like, is their rivalry really over? I mean, it was a way to protect both of them too. So maybe that was Vince's call at the time. It was like, let's not. Neither of them can be made bad. You know, made to look bad at this point.
So what do you think? Good.
Yeah, I can't put this in great. Let's see. Yeah, I would put it again that in that same spot, right above Triple H and HBK. I like the Triple H and Batista match better because it was more finished.
Makes sense.
You're good with that? All right. Next up.
Next couple.
Taker versus Edge at SummerSlam 2008, I think was the next one. Yeah.
This was just about a year later.
Yeah, so this was their rubber match after Taker defeated Edge at WrestleMania 24. This was in Indianapolis, 26-minute match. And I gotta be honest with you, I don't remember anything about this one.
See.
I was personally not a fan of their feud. I don't know what it was. I think it was the whole like Edge and Vicky thing.
Yeah, I mean, they had both of them had much better feuds.
Yeah. I thought the WrestleMania match was great, but this one was, you know, it was fine. Meltzer gave it a 4.5 though.
Yep. Edge did a spear on the Undertaker through the cell. Broken the fall outside. Did a spear through the broadcast table. Once they get in the ring, Undertaker hit Edge with the camera, spear, and a concerto.
Undertaker hit Edge with those things?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Taking
Karma.
Edge for attacking him in the same way in the previous year's Survivor Series.
Right. Karma. I like it.
End of the match.
Okay.
And afterwards, he chokeslammed him off a ladder through the center of the canvas.
Oh, right. This was the infamous one where you send them straight to hell.
Yeah.
The Jim Ross call. Yeah, I thought that was stupid, personally.
Yeah.
It was a way to write Edge off TV for a while, I think, if I remember correctly. But I thought it was really cheesy. Yeah, this is not great for me personally, but I don't remember a whole lot about it, so I'll kind of leave it to you. The only thing I remember about it is the cheesy ending, which wasn't great.
I'd put it high mid.
High mid, okay.
Yep.
I won't disagree with that. I think they had much better chemistry, in other matches.
We got a monumental one coming up next.
Undertaker versus CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship.
This will be the very first Hell in a Cell pay-per-view.
Oh God, this is where we're gonna get into some dirty stuff.
There were 3 Hell in a Cell matches at this.
Oh God, that hurts. That hurts so bad. And this one was only 10 minutes. And this was when CM Punk was like it was like just pre-straight edge, I think.
I think so.
If I remember correctly, this was like immediately after he cashed in for the title. So he cashed in for it and then lost it like almost immediately, like on the next pay-per-view. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he held the title for very long on one of these. So I think that's what it was. But yeah, Undertaker did defeat CM Punk in a 10-minute Hell in a Cell match. What did Meltzer give this one? Oof, 2.5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, I can't put it in trash. I mean, can I put it in trash? I would say low mid.
Lowest mid, yeah.
Yeah. I can't put it in trash because I know that they work well together. But it wasn't great. Also on that same night was Randy Orton versus John Cena in Hell in a Cell. Meltzer gave it a 3.5. I don't remember anything about this match either because Orton and Cena have had maybe 78,000 matches in their careers. I don't remember anything about it.
And probably about 77,900 of them were better than this.
Yeah. This was a 21-minute match.
It was a schmoz finish.
Okay, of course it was.
There was a ref on Cena fighting Orton tapped out while the ref was unconscious. Cena check on the ref, Orton scooped an RKO. Cena tapped out, and then Orton delivered the punt to win the title.
Oh, this is when he was doing the punt.
Yep.
Well, apparently it was slightly better than Taker and Punk, but can't be much better. I guess we put it right above Punk and Taker.
Below the tag match?
Yeah. I can't imagine it was better than the tag match because the tag match looked really good from what I saw on the video.
Oh yeah.
It was just the ending that made it bad, but the actual match was great from what it looked like. And this one's just like it's Orton and Cena for the 80th time. Like I don't know. And they didn't. It's not like they went outside the cell or did anything crazy. And you know, it was just it was a hardcore match inside a cell. Basically, it wasn't anything crazy. So that's where I would put it. If you have a different take, I can hear you. No. And then also on this pay-per-view, friggin' God. DX, Triple H and Shawn Michaels defeated Legacy, which was Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase. The fact that was even, considered for a Hell in a Cell match is sad. Who would think that Triple H and Shawn Michaels wouldn't be able to defeat Cody and Ted. Like what crack were they smoking at this time? 17-minute match.
Triple H. Yep. And he took the pin.
Of course he did. This was the highest rated of the 3 matches from Meltzer. He gave it a 3 3/4. Apparently this was the rubber match for the DX Legacy trilogy of matches.
I honestly didn't remember that they had a match that go to the pin in another
Hell in a Cell.
Hell in a Cell.
Yeah. It may have been good.
Pay-per-view.
Yeah, it may have been good at the time, but I don't. It's not memorable clearly because I didn't even remember they had this. I guess I would put it in. I mean, it's not trash because apparently it was decent.
Yeah, I don't want to disrespect it, put it in trash.
No.
Yeah, I honestly don't remember this one.
No, I guess I think that ranks it like.
This happened.
Yeah. Yeah. I completely forgot we had that tier. I think that's a good one. That's a good place to put that because I just was like, I just don't know. I had no idea it happened.
Yeah.
All right. That's a good call. Good call. I like that. All right. Next up, we'd have the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view again a year later. Shocker. And we had 2 matches in Hell in a Cell. We had Randy Orton defending his WWE Championship against Sheamus. Before anyone respected Sheamus. In a 22-minute match. Yeah. I don't remember anything about this match either. Do you? We're going to have a lot of this moving forward. All I know for sure is that Randy Orton and Sheamus had like 80 matches too. Randy Orton and Cena and Randy Orton and Sheamus. Tons of matches.
Reading it, nothing really and I remember they had a feud.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Anything specific about?
Meltzer gave it 3 1/4.
I mean, they didn't go outside the ring, or they didn't go outside the cell. I mean, it seems like this is after the PG era already started. No blood or anything.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like.
Yes, this is when we're getting into the stinkers for sure.
Yeah. Orton.
I would put this in this happened as well because I don't remember anything.
Yeah, I'll put this happened.
And then the other match on this pay-per-view was the worst rated by Meltzer Hell in a Cell match, Kane versus Undertaker for the World Heavyweight Championship. Meltzer gave it a 1/2 star. I don't know why, but the only thing I do know about this match is that Paul Bearer returned.
Yep. Kane cost Undertaker.
Yeah.
This was bad.
Yeah. Yeah, this is trash, I think.
So gave Kane the urn. He hit Undertaker, chokeslam. That was trash. It was bad. Horrible.
But Kane won though.
Yeah, Kane won.
Oh, so you mean Kane chokeslam Taker?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, you're good. I just wanted to make sure I didn't misunderstand something. So where in trash does this go? I would say
above Nash.
Above Nash, yeah.
Don't know if we're going to put anything below Nash.
Yeah. No, I agree. It's pretty bad when you do worse than Taker and Boss Man, but it had 2 things going for it that these other matches didn't have.
WrestleMania and
the hanging. Yeah, a memorable moment. You know, it wasn't a great moment, but you remember it.
Yep.
All right. We didn't get the next Hell in a Cell match until just under a year later on Raw in a dark match. What the? A 5-minute Hell in a Cell dark match. What were they thinking? John Cena defended his WWE Championship against Alberto Del Rio, CM Punk, Dolph Ziggler, and Jack Swagger. I don't think we even need to talk about it. We can just put this in. This happened.
Yep.
Then we would have another 2 Hell in a Cell matches a month later. Not even a month later, a week later. What the hell were they thinking? Were they testing the cell? Oh, I wonder if this was like the new cell. No? Did they already have the new cell by this point?
The red one?
No, because remember they reinforced the cell. I don't remember when they did that because like the cell from like Taker and Mankind, there's that cell, and then eventually they reinforced the ceiling and the walls with like the two thick, like the thick beams.
Oh yeah.
But I wonder if the dark match was that they did the debut of the new Hell in a Cell and they tested it there. I wonder if that's what the point was of that match. But I don't remember. Let's see if I can find out. When did the new Hell in a Cell structure debut? 2006. No, so that's not what this was. No. So I have no fucking idea why why they did a 5-minute. Well, can you imagine being the crew for that Raw? Well, wait, we have to put together a Hell in a Cell match, and the match is only going to be 5 minutes long, and it's not even going to be on TV.
Yeah.
What the? What? That's just nuts. Crazy. All right. So the first match in the October 2011 Hell in a Cell pay-per-view was Mark Henry defending his World Heavyweight Championship against Randy Orton. This was when Mark Henry was champion and he was doing like the Hall of Pain gimmick and all that good stuff, which was really good.
Yeah.
I
mean, I was
excuse me.
At all. I mean, he was legit. I did not like him.
Yeah. No, this was when I was starting to like get wrestling per se. Like, you know what I mean? Like I was starting to understand it more as a business and as like an art form and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And his turn here like really made me like him, or at least respect him as like an athlete and as a wrestler and all that stuff. He did such good work. He was killing it back then. As for the match itself, though, it was a 15-minute, almost 16-minute brawl where Mark Henry won. I don't remember any material moments from the match, though. Do you?
No. He says in the end, Ford performed an RKO on Henry for a fall. He attempted to punt on Henry, who countered the move with a real strong slam. I don't know if he wanted to counter a punt into a real strong slam, but somehow Mark Henry did it.
Weird.
Yeah.
It was only 2.5 stars by Meltzer. So obviously this one wasn't fantastic. Just another PG era Hell in a Cell match that was a regular match in a Hell in a Cell. So, I assume this is probably the lowest mid.
Yeah.
Because I can't put it in trash, because this was like Mark Henry's like prime. You know what I mean? I don't know. I would probably put it up. No. Yeah. I think that's a good spot for it. On that same pay-per-view, missing one in the images here. Hold on. The next one was Alberto Del Rio against John Cena and CM Punk in a triple threat match. But I don't see that icon anywhere. Oh, I know why. I think there's another match missing from this list, because I think this is that match that they're talking about here. So this isn't the dark match from Raw.
Okay.
So that means there's 52 images here. So I think we're going to be missing one. Oh yeah, we're missing the dark match.
Yeah.
So we're missing the dark match, which doesn't matter because it was in this happened. So we'll just pretend it doesn't exist. Although I'd like to probably pretend this match didn't exist either, because it's got Alberto Del Rio in it. I don't like him. Oh my god.
That he was annoying.
He was always a poor man's cross between $1 Million Man and Eddie Guerrero.
That's fair.
I just never liked him. And he always came out with that, like, okay, so here's the thing, right? I love Christian. I think he's an amazing wrestler, an amazing talker, and all that kind of stuff. But when he was in the WWE, and I don't really blame this on Christian. I think this was more of a Vince, request. But do you remember when Christian always came out in his WWE entrances and he would just talk as he's coming out?
Yeah.
But you don't know what the hell he's saying. He's just going like, and it was like, what is he doing? Alberto Del Rio did the exact same thing, and it went on way too long.
Yeah, he would.
I was just like, dude, get to the fucking ring, bro. But yeah, I don't like anything about Del Rio personally. I thought he was an okay wrestler. I don't know.
Yeah, I thought he was okay at best. match.
Anything about this match that you can remember? I'm sure Punk
Rodriguez
bled.
involved.
Oh no, this was PG era, so no, he wouldn't have. Meltzer gave it a 3 3/4.
Del Rio hit Punk in the head fight and pinned him.
Yeah, it says there was a lot of shenanigans.
This is when Miz and R-Truth came in afterwards.
Oh yeah, it ended in a schmoz because they like broke into the cell.
Yeah.
In hoodies and beat the shit out of everybody.
Yeah, that was after the match. So there wasn't a schmoz to finish the match.
Alberto won.
Back to Del Rio while the cell was being lowered. I guess raised.
Right.
Miz and R-Truth emerged from under the ring, attacking Punk, Cena, Del Rio, 2 referees and 2 cameramen.
Right. And then they got arrested.
They attempted it. Oh, they did lower the cell. The cell was being lowered again.
Yeah, weird.
And then Miz and R-Truth were walking beside him and beat him up.
Yeah, this was a weird time in WWE. Like, why was Miz and R-Truth being pushed as like legitimate heels? It was so weird.
At least it was before R-Truth was dumb.
What's up?
Is little Jimmy and not knowing the difference between Austria and Australia. Everything.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Where the hell do we put this?
Mid.
Yeah. I guess we put it above, like, I do remember it now that you've said that. That's what jogged my memory. I would put it above Orton and Cena, personally. You wouldn't put it that high. Okay. Where would you slot it?
Because of post-match?
I mean, no, I just mean that I remember it now.
Okay.
You've jogged my memory. The match wasn't terrible. It was I do remember it. Nothing that has no blood is going to raise above Cena and Orton. You know what I mean? Because at least that second match in mid had blood and craziness, and it was the Attitude Era Hell in a Cells. If you have a Hell in a Cell match and no one bleeds, I don't know, man. If we can find a match that's better than that slot right there, 100%. Where there was no blood,
we will.
I would.
100%.
We will.
We will.
Okay. I will. I will be shocked. We'll have to see.
Just think, there were. I think it wasn't until this year when it just happened.
Oh yeah, you're. Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about now. Okay, yeah. All right, I know what you're talking about. All right, yeah. Where would you put it then?
We put it above Cena.
You're okay with that outro?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
Well, you've proven your point with this next match. so thank you for proving me wrong so quickly. I appreciate that. The next Hell in a Cell match was at WrestleMania 28. I think one of the worst WrestleManias. We'll find out when we get to WrestleMania season. We'll do a Tiermaker for WrestleMania, which will be very fun because I have a lot of experience watching all of them.
Now, WrestleMania 28 was seen wrong.
Yeah. Enough said. Oh, we are gonna have a fun time on that Tiermaker list. I can't wait. Can't wait.
Yeah, we'll put that under one of the ghosts.
Oh man, that's gonna be fun. Can't wait. Okay, but yeah, Undertaker versus Triple H.
Nope.
I can't wait for that discussion. That's gonna be fun. But yeah, this is Undertaker defeating Triple H with Shawn Michaels as a special guest referee in a 30-minute classic. I mean, this is a GOAT, right?
End of an era, wasn't it?
Yeah, end of an era match. Yeah.
Yep.
Where the three of them posed on stage, beaten and battered at the end of it. Had the absolute best, oh shit, the streak is over moment ever. With the sweet chin music, into a pedigree, fast count, and he still kicks out. The crowd must have just shat themselves. It was amazing. Yeah, this is a goat for sure.
They brought in Jim Ross
Yep.
on this one.
Yes, they did.
Yeah,
man.
This is when Undertaker came to the ring. Johnny Cash.
No,
Wasn't
that was the one out before this against Triple H.
Okay.
Yeah, that was at 27.
Okay.
There's only one reason I remember that is because 27 was a terrible pay-per-view, and that was I just for whatever reason I connect that with Taker not using his regular music.
Just because this was in the pay-per-view doesn't mean or in the main event doesn't mean it's terrible. Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It was a good match.
And it was here in Atlanta.
Yes. Yeah.
But yeah.
But yeah, I don't think the pay-per-view was great.
So do you think this one go?
Oh yeah, definitely goat. Oh yeah.
Amazing.
No, this is a goat. This is like legendary stuff. This really was. I don't want to say it was the end of an era because Taker had one final amazing match after this. At WrestleMania, like this wasn't his last amazing WrestleMania match. The one after this was his last amazing WrestleMania match, in my opinion, against Punk. So I don't think it was the end of an era per se, but it was man, crazy match, so good. Everything about it was good. As for where I would put it in GOAT, oh man, I guess low GOAT. I guess an argument I think could be made for it being anywhere in the GOAT section. But the fact that it didn't have blood, I think, took away from it a little bit. That's about it, though. You're doing a lot of thinking there. I don't know.
Doing a lot of thinking.
Watch that match again, man. It's so good.
I know.
The crowd is on fire for it.
Oh, it is putting it above. Oh
snap, son! I am not against that. I think it is absolutely amazing. So I mean, it's better than amazing because that's our scale. But like, it is a masterclass of storytelling, of moments, of awesomeness. This is really great.
First one with Kane.
Yeah, I would personally. Yeah.
Yeah, put it.
Yeah, going to number 2 slot.
Yep, number 2.
I don't think that's controversial at all. I think that's very fair.
Oh yeah, definitely those 3. Well, those 2 you could swap either one.
Oh yeah, you can swap. Yeah, for sure.
It's hard to put those 2 over our GOAT so far.
Yeah. The Triple H and Undertaker Hell in a Cell match is one of those matches where if I was to show a wrestling fan, or sorry, a non-wrestling fan, a wrestling match, and I had to pick one, that's going to be up in that list of considerations because it's just, all you got to do is tell them they've had 2 matches, technically, and and he's lost both times, and the streak's on the line, and you tell them the backstory, and they're going to be like, oh, okay. Yeah. And they're just going to go along for the ride because they're such good storytellers, even though they don't watch wrestling. So, all right. Next up, however,
good as that was.
Yeah, we have which somehow got a 1.5 star. How this was ranked better than Kane and Undertaker, I don't know, but it did. Oh, before we go on, actually, never mind. I'm gonna save that for our WrestleMania series.
Ooh,
I'm just gonna save that.
Long-term storytelling.
Long-term. I'm learning from Triple H. All right. Yeah, CM Punk defended his WWE Championship against Ryback at Hell in a Cell.
Say that again. Who was it against?
Big Pussy. Yeah. What a terrible name, terrible person, terrible human being. I don't know what I mean, I know what Vince saw in him. Muscles.
Yep.
And no brain. I remember all the shit that CM Punk would say about him.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he was like, I think he said it. I don't remember. Actually, I don't remember where he said it. Was it on his? It may have been on his DVD. Where the hell did he say it? Oh no. He said it on.
Cabana.
Yeah, he said it on the Colt Cabana podcast. That's right. Yeah, where
When
he
he
was like,
completely torched WWE.
yeah. He's like, yeah. He said he went backstage after a match and reamed out Ryback and was like,
yeah,
why do you do this? You're either stupid or you're lazy or you're dumb. You know, which one is it? And, yeah, and Ryback's just like, I'm dumb.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
This was a, I don't know if it was a renovated one. This was the 1-foot high structure.
Oh, was this the supercell?
Yeah, this was a supercell.
Yeah, the supercell hasn't ever done anything until actually it's never done anything. They've never done anything with the supercell. They've never gone on top of the supercell. I don't think. Oh no, Shane did. We'll get to that later. Yeah.
This Hell in a Cell, this was the only one. This was the first Hell in a Cell pay-per-view that only had one Hell in a Cell match.
Oh yeah, you're right.
This was
and it wasn't worth it whatsoever. 11 minutes. Good lord. Yeah, this is trash. This is straight up trash.
Absolute trash.
You said that yeah, I was gonna say you said that there may not be anything worse than Triple H and Kevin Nash. I beg to differ, my friend.
I would.
Okay. I can't put it above Triple H and Kevin Nash, as much as that sucked too. Let's see. A year later, we had another Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. We had. Oh my God! Here we go. Here we go again. oh! I'm gonna vamp for a second. Colt 2K had to take a little detour. He's running away. I see a big shadow on the wall. What do you think that is? Looks like a tree? I don't know. It almost looks like a Christmas tree. But it can't be. It's not even Halloween yet. I wonder if he can still hear me and he's just wondering, what the hell is he talking about?
What's Christmas tree?
There's a shadow on your wall behind you, and I don't know what's causing it.
I don't know.
It looks like a tree. It's weird. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
all right.
Medical. Something to tend to.
Oh, everything okay?
Oh yeah. Oh.
Oh, okay.
Hydrogen peroxide.
Oh, okay. Oof.
So you might hear
some yelping from the hydrogen. I don't know about you. I love hydrogen peroxide on a wound. It makes me feel better.
It helps. But
yeah, you look. It stings a little bit for sure, but like you look at it and it's like, oh yeah, it's healing.
Yeah.
You know, you're getting rid of something bad. I don't mind it.
No.
All right, let's talk about another piece of trash. CM Punk defeated Ryback and Paul Heyman in a handicap match at the next Hell in a Cell in a 13-minute, I'm sure, bore fest.
It was 13 or 14?
13 minutes, 48 seconds.
No, 13.
2013. Yeah, 2013. See, this was the other problem with all these stupid gimmick pay-per-views that Vince decided on doing, is that you can't tell the difference between each pay-per-view because they didn't number them, they didn't style them differently. They were just like, hey, it's this year's Hell in a Cell, we got to do something, I guess. It's like, oh my God, so stupid.
And especially with this one, it's like, it's hard to, I mean, you kind of force Hell in a Cell matches.
Yeah.
The stories of feuds that really don't
deserve it. Yeah. And Triple H clearly understands that because he's only done one Hell in a Cell match in his 2-year.
Technically 3, I think.
Let's see, when did he take over? Let's see. Oh yeah, no, you're right. Yeah. Yeah, 3.
22.
Yeah, so I would say 2 or 3, depending on who you ask.
Yeah.
I don't want to like spend much time on this garbage. It's trash.
I would put it above.
Just because of the involvement of Paul Heyman.
Because of Paul Heyman. Yep.
Yeah, I would agree with that. All right, the other match on that pay-per-view was Randy Orton versus Daniel Bryan. This was a end to their feud.
with Shawn Michaels as special referee.
Oh yeah, Michaels was the special guest for this. He does that a lot in Hell in a Cell, doesn't he?
He does.
Where did I miss something? Here we go. Okay, I got lost here. Yeah, and this was also for the vacant WWE Championship. I don't know why it was vacant. Do you? Was Cena injured? Did he have to vacate it?
After defeating Cena to win the title at SummerSlam in August, Bryan was betrayed by special in the rematch of the Champion in September. Bryan defeated Orton to win back the title, albeit with the referee Scott Armstrong deciding to follow the very first count.
So what they do is strip him.
Yep, this controversial ending to the match resulted in Armstrong's firing and Bryan being stripped of the championship by
Right. Right, this was the authority crap.
Yep.
So apparently they had Orton and Daniel Bryan had a lot of great TV matches, but their pay-per-view matches weren't great, which makes sense because I don't remember any of them. Oddly. And I guess this one was like the best one of their feud, but it was mired by another screwy finish. I guess Shawn Michaels, sweet chin music, Bryan. So yeah, stupid. So Randy Orton won 22 minutes. The fact that it was a screwy finish doesn't bother me too much, but the fact that it was a screwy finish, but the screwing was done by Shawn Michaels, who's not an active wrestler. That's kind of what pisses me off about this particular screwing. It's like, okay. So obviously HBK is not going to have a match, so there's no real revenge here. But obviously they went down the Daniel Bryan authority road. Poorly, but they did. Trying to think of where I would put it here. I mean, the thing is, though, is that it's Hell in a Cell, right? And there's none of these matches that were at the pay-per-view so far live up to that name. You know what I mean? These are not Hell in a Cell. They're just no holds barred matches in a cage, but like not good ones.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. They're not I don't know, man.
Mid.
Yeah, I'm thinking mid as well, but like it's once again I can't put it above that Raw tag match. I can't do it because that tag match had so many cool spots in it. Had thumbtacks, had chair shots, had people going up on the cell, had a table spot, and this didn't have anything. Nothing memorable.
I put it above Undertaker, and below Cena Orton.
Okay, yeah, I'm good with that. All right, what was the next one?
Cell pay-per-view 2014.
Oh, good lord, jeez, this is terrible. WWE, not WWE. Vince, I'm so glad you're gone. I'm sorry. I'm so glad you're gone. You don't know what you're doing. Oh man, we had John Cena and Randy Orton in their second Hell in a Cell match. Holy shit! For the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, for the #1 contendership for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, because apparently that needs to be done in Hell in a Cell. I don't even know what to say. 25-minute match, almost 26. What did it get? It got 3 3/4 stars from Meltzer. This was the last time these two fought on a pay-per-view. Apparently it was a pretty great match, but because they had so many, I don't remember anything about it. But John Cena won. That's all I know about it, apparently. Maybe I should go back and check that one out. I feel so, like, detached from...
Cena won the match after he executed a super attitude adjustment through...
Oh, yeah. That's right. And it didn't look great. I watched the top 20 oh my god moments from Hell in a Cell before our show, so I could like remember some of those, and it looked okay. It looked as so you know how Cena like tends to protect his opponents really well.
Yeah.
But he does it sometimes to the point where the move doesn't look like it hurt. So his attitude adjustment looked like, I don't know, man. It didn't have any impact into the table. You know what I mean? It was just kind of like it was like gentle. It looked gentle. It didn't look like, oh my god. It was like gentle. He gently went into the table.
Low mid.
Yeah. I'm gonna say this was probably better than their other Hell in a Cell match, so I'd probably put it there. Right above. Well, no, I would. Yeah, that screwy finish from Orton and Daniel Bryan really sucks. I'd put it above Cena and Orton's other one.
Okay.
Because at least it was a clean finish. You good with that?
Yeah, I'm good with that. Yeah. For sure.
Okay. Whoops, not that high. All right, let's go over there. And the other match on that pay-per-view was Seth Rollins against Dean Ambrose, because reasons, in a 14-minute match. Just a grudge match. It got 4 stars, though, from Meltzer.
This was when...
this is after the betrayal.
This was when Seth was part of the Authority.
Oh, they started on top of the cage.
Yep. Was climbed the match before the cell began, and Jamie Noble and Joey Mercury tried to get him to come down.
And this was the main event too.
Yep.
Which is crazy because it wasn't for a title; it was just a grudge match.
Both attacked each other until they fell off the side of the cage and threw renowned stables. Both were placed on stretchers until Ambrose recovered and back home. The match officially started and both participants entered the cell.
There was something about the ending of this match. What was the ending? Something happened in this match. I don't remember what.
Rollins executed a curb stomp on Ambrose for a fall as Ambrose attempted a curb stomp on Rollins. The arena lights cut out. Bray Wyatt's Lynch appeared in the middle of the ring. Smoke projecting an image of the ghostly spectre, while Wyatt was heard reciting an incantation. Wyatt emerged from smoke and executed a Uranagi slam on Ambrose, who was then pinned by Rollins for the
Wow, I do not remember that at all. I gotta go. I gotta see if I can find if I can watch this. Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose. I don't. Why do I not remember that? That sounds dope.
I guess.
Was it bad or was it good? Oh, you don't. Okay, hold on. I do. It's free. It's free on YouTube. Let me scroll through it here. Okay, I see them on the top of the cell. This looks good so far. Oh my god, they even had the security guys up there with them. What were they? Was it Joey Mercury and Jamie Noble?
Yep.
And they were beating the crap out of him. Holy crap, that's high, man. That's scary.
I went on the other.
No, I can't believe how high. That's a big cell. Good lord. Okay, here's the tip.
And I did not like it.
Oh, I can't imagine, man. I'm not a heights guy. That's scary. Why'd you do that?
My mom actually got it for my birthday for me.
Oh.
So, me and my daughter
wanted to terrify you and her for, for your birthday. I love it.
Her and my sister did it about 2 or 3 months before that.
Okay.
And they had fun. They thought I was.
That's good. And then that didn't happen.
I mean, it wasn't bad. I got used to it.
Yeah.
I firmly planted my feet in the middle of the basket, so I was not right up on the.
I would be sitting in the basket and not looking. That's what would happen to me. Yeah.
I thought that. So that I had to be strong. Sure.
Yeah. For sure. Do not let fear overcome you, sir.
That's correct.
This match looks good so far. I'm at the part where he's about to curb stomp Seth into the concrete. Lights are now out. Oh, that's a long pause. Okay, there we go. And then there's the lantern and the light. Man, it's so funny how beefed up Dean Ambrose is now these days. He was a skinny white boy back then.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, the Spectre. Oh, that looks pretty dope. That looks pretty cool. Oh, wait, the smoke's coming out from beneath the ring. That's weird. Oh yeah, there's Bray. Huh. I do not remember this at all.
Yeah, I don't really remember the ending.
Oh, so it says Seth Rollins defeated. Dean Ambrose, but where's the pin? What? There's not even any pin. Where's the pin?
Was there not?
Oh, wait, here it is. I think, yeah. Okay, I got it. He kind of like crawls in and pins him where Bray just sits there. Huh. I'm gonna have to watch that match later. That's interesting. I don't remember anything about that. Okay. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to think because it was a schmoz ending, and I normally don't like that, but it looked kind of cool. They definitely fucked up the framing of the shot, though. Unfortunately. Because I don't know if you remember seeing it, but like the smoke coming out with the Spectre image in it looked really cool, but they shot it from the side. So when Bray came through the smoke and slammed into Dean Ambrose, you could see him jump into the ring and then run through the smoke and then run into Dean. It would have been way more impactful had they shot it from Dean's perspective.
Okay.
So that you didn't see Bray enter the ring and then run. That being said, the match looked good. Where the hell would I put that? Oh, where would you put it?
That's all on you. I don't really remember this.
Okay. Yeah. The schmoz ending really screws it up. I would say that the schmoz ending was. Oof. It's definitely in the mids somewhere because of that ending. But the ending was cool looking, but they also botched it. And they didn't botch it, but it could have been better than it was. So, I will say, what was the botch ending in Daniel Bryan and Shawn Michaels kicked him.
Yeah.
I would say it's one spot above the lower Randy Orton.
Okay.
Cena.
Between Orton and Cena.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that's a fair spot for it. All right, the next one was the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view 2015. Roman Reigns defeated Bray Wyatt in a 23-minute match. I don't remember anything about this one, but it got a 3 3/4 stars. But I don't remember anything about it whatsoever, and I don't have any notes from it either.
Wyatt performed a side-slam to table on Reigns for pinfall. Reigns performed a powerbomb on Wyatt to the table for near pinfall. Reigns performed a spear off the apron through a table. Lots of tables, lots of pinfalls. In the end, Reigns threw Wyatt into a kendo stick, wedged in the padding and turnbuckle, and Wyatt afterwards threw the match.
Sounds dull as hell.
I faintly remember this. What? This was after 31. 31.
For me, it would go under This Happened. I don't remember it at all. Not even a smidge.
Yeah, I don't really remember it either.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, I mean, definitely two on this pay-per-view, which was not memorable at all.
The other match was Brock Lesnar against The Undertaker in their second Hell in a Cell match.
Yep. And I think this was
I don't remember it as much as the first one. I got 4.25 stars from Meltzer. This was after their SummerSlam match, which I thought was their best match.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't see anything like significant about it. I mean, it couldn't have had blood.
No.
And their first match was super bloody.
So yeah, there was. During the match, Undertaker shoved Lesnar into the ring post, causing Lesnar to breathe profusely, for which he needed medical attention and 8 stitches post-match.
Oh, damn. So not on purpose, apparently.
And Lesnar hit Undertaker with a steel chair.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I think it's on the table. I think there's 2 over on the small table over there. Is he okay?
Poor puppy.
Oh, the finisher. Check the junk drawer next to the fridge.
Gotta find the medic kit. Is this a bitch behind the milk situation? Oh, now we gotta look at that Christmas tree again, guys.
That's the Christmas tree.
I'll show you.
Show me
This is very appropriate for a Halloween edition of Wrestling Run-In. Wrestling Renaissance Run-In.
In my kitchen drawers.
Yeah, no wrestling in your drawers, sir.
There's
Let me see it.
promise you don't need to put on it and this time take off the staff.
I'll find it later. Yeah, I definitely think this one was the better one.
I'm actually watching it, highlights from it. Yeah, there was quite a bit of blood, actually. Yeah. This was before they threw in the towel stuff, though. This one does not appear to be free on YouTube, though. And for the ending here. Nope. Lesnar just won with an F5. Ooh. For some reason, there was tears. Oh, yeah. Lesnar tore open the canvas for some reason.
To expose
the wood? I don't know why tearing... Well, he's not tearing the canvas yet. Well, yeah, he's tearing the canvas, which doesn't do anything because you're just exposing the wood, which, you know, that's what you were falling on before. It was just doing much for me. He tore open a couple holes. There's a couple big holes in it. I don't know what that's about. But yeah, this match looks pretty good, though. It's weird that I don't remember it, but it's pretty good. Where would we put it on the list? You think it's better than their original match?
Yes.
And their original match is pretty damn high. It's on the great category. I mean, I can't put it above Armageddon, though. Armageddon's way more memorable to me. So I guess just put it right above Lesnar and Taker from the original match. All right. The search for the Neosporin continues. Oh. Has it ended?
It has, for now.
This is highly entertaining. I like this shit.
Now, yeah.
All right. Finally, the next one, we are back at WrestleMania. Undertaker against Shane McMahon. Had Shane McMahon won, he would have gained control of Raw, and Undertaker would have been barred from competing at WrestleMania ever again. So the match itself was okay, but there was so much that ruined it. There were so many factors that went against it. Number one, the stipulation is stupid. So, you know, had it just been if Shane McMahon won, he would have gained control of Raw. That's one thing. But you put the stipulation that if Shane won, that Taker would have been barred from competing at WrestleMania again. Yeah. You instantly know he's not losing. So it was that was a stupid stipulation. Yeah. And then the second thing that really ruined it was Michael Cole's Vince-fed call for the love of mankind.
Yeah.
Atrocious. Yeah, and you could see him reading from the script.
Yeah, you get a lot of lines. Bad.
Oh my God. Vince. Dude. For the love of mankind.
I couldn't find it.
Hashtag no more Neosporin.
Huh?
I said it's okay. Let's put it in the hydrogen peroxide for 2 months so I can clean it.
Well, you gotta clean it. Maybe tomorrow I'll take him and go and get some.
He will not turn into a werewolf. It's okay.
He did the fierce werewolf.
There's the injured puppers.
It's okay.
It's what you get for being rowdy. You get scratched.
Yeah.
How did he scratch himself? Did he just scratch himself using his claws or something? Just being too rowdy.
We just need some living on.
Aw.
The only thing that like I'm trying to pick this gavel. Already picked it off.
Oh, you picked it up. That's why I need to use one.
Mommy told me to.
Mommy?
Mommy told me to. So try to get this tab off, and then you clean it, and then push in this one off. So I could be inside the room so that it feels faster.
He looks so confused.
Okay.
He's quiet though.
He is. He's really good talker.
Mm-hmm.
Except for when he bites.
Which he does.
Yeah, the teething section. You gotta get through that.
He's definitely in the teeth.
Yeah.
It's also
You know.
pickle, so
He does have
mostly
Yeah.
actually.
mostly.
Mostly pickle.
Sounds like pickle. Mostly pickle. See now I'm hungry. I shouldn't have said that.
I'm kind
Now I'm hungry. All right, let's get back to it. Yeah, I was not a fan of this personally. I thought it was not great. It wasn't trash, but it wasn't great. You know, the whole match was slow, and it was basically all just leading up to what everyone expected, which was, you know, Shane jumping off the cell.
I thought it was good. I did.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I mean, I like Shane.
I do too. I just thought the match. There were so many things wrong with how the match was built, and just like, I mean, I've named a bunch of stuff that I hated about it, but
I mean,
you know,
came out with the Suns. If you watch, did you watch the Netflix documentary?
Yeah.
Series. You know, so obviously you know that this was Shane wanting to. I'm proud of you. Wanting to finally getting the right?
Yes, that's right, and he did get it from this match. That's right.
You know, his Suns came out with insurance.
Yeah.
He did
Yeah, that's
jump off
the cell. Yeah.
I'm not trying to put it straight. I'm trying to put it
No. All right. If we're gonna put it in good, I would say tough. I don't know, where would you put it in good if you were gonna put it? I'm having trouble because I have my own biases and I'm fighting against. So it's like it's tough for me to pick a spot when I don't think it deserves to be there in the first place.
Well,
I'll go with you though. I'll compromise with you. I just got to figure out where you're thinking.
I was either thinking above Mankind of Kane or above Orton, but I would go lowest.
Okay, well, I'll meet you in the middle then, and I'll say above Mankind of Kane.
Okay.
Okay. I'll meet you in the middle there.
Where were you on?
Oh, I would put it like
mid.
Yeah, I'd probably put it here.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I was not a fan of it. I like the story around it from a reality standpoint, but I did not like the booking. I did not like the Michael Cole call. I did not like the stipulation. I hated all that crap. Just ruined it for me. And the match was way too long, 30 minutes. I think I should have been half that.
Move down to bottom. Look good.
Yeah. I'm okay with whatever.
Nah,
you know, there's so much against it for me. It's tough. Only like 5 months later, something like that, we would have Hell in a Cell pay-per-view again. So we would get freaking 3 Hell in a Cell matches at this pay-per-view. Good Lord. Roman Reigns defending his United States Championship against Rusev in a 24-minute match that I don't remember.
No, I don't remember either.
Well, you know where that goes.
This happened?
This happened? Really? Kevin Owens defending his WWE Universal Championship against Seth Rollins in a 23-minute match.
I remember this one really well.
Yeah, I don't remember it at all. So you can take this one. I don't know where you would. Well, let me go back and get the Meltzer ratings for what we've missed here. So Undertaker versus Shane got 2.5 stars. I kind of agree with that in all honesty. Again, I don't really give a shit about Meltzer's ratings, but just for a third person, comparison, Roman versus Rusev got apparently a 3.25. And Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins got a 4.
So this was when I think So this is when Kevin was the Universal Champion and was teams were, he was teamed up with Jericho. This was the whole friendship with Jericho. So Jericho got involved in this one. And
The best friend stuff.
Yeah, pretty much cost Rollins the match. Almost formed super kick with Papa Rollins. Rollins fall. Rollins attacked Owens and Jericho with the chair. Jericho pulled the referee out after a frog splash to break the pinfall. Owens executed DDT on Rollins on the chair and powerbomb 2 chairs on Rollins to retain the title. I thought it was really good. I don't think it was the best Hell in a Cell match that.
No. Yeah, I agree. Where would you slot it here?
Bottom of good.
Bottom of good.
Yep, mine one we just did.
All right. The next one was the main event: Charlotte Flair versus Sasha Banks for the WWE Raw Women's Championship in a 22-minute match. This was the first ever women's Hell in a Cell match.
This was in Sasha's hometown, Boston.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was, and she lost to Charlotte Flair.
Yep.
Yeah. So this is a controversial match for a couple of reasons. Meltzer gave it a 2 3/4 star, but there was a couple of reasons that this was controversial. Number one, that year was the year that Charlotte and Sasha were in a feud for like the whole year, basically, and just kept tossing the title back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So it was rubbing some people the wrong way. At the time, I liked it, but looking back, I think it was stupid because it was basically a cheap inflation of Charlotte's title reign count. The other part of the equation was that the ending was botched pretty badly. There was a table spot basically where Charlotte was trying to put Sasha through a table, but the table wouldn't break over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And they got to the point where she was throwing Sasha into the table, and Sasha was basically just straight up bouncing off of it and rolling off of it. And they looked completely exhausted from the attempts, and it looked pretty bad. So it was a pretty bad botched ending. I kind of go back and forth on my opinion on this match. In some cases, I'm like, this was a fantastic match, and then in other cases, I'm like, oof, like this could have gone way better. In the ending, I kind of go back and forth on too. Sometimes I'm like, oh man, this is such good storytelling because they are physically exhausted. She is trying to put her through this table. She can't because they're just so brutally beaten. They don't have the energy to do it. So it looks good. But then on the other hand, you're like, oh, holy crap, guys, find a way. Persevere. So I don't know. This is a tough one. This is a tough one for me. But I do think it was the best match of the night, though.
Yep.
Meltzer didn't agree, but at all. But fuck him.
No, go ahead. Yeah, I definitely put it Ed, the high good.
Ooh.
Or
I don't know where I would put this. It's so hard to figure out where this would go. It's definitely not great. I do agree it's in the good, but where? I don't think it's as good as Taker Batista. Is it better? It might be better than Triple H and Michaels, which is kind of sacrilege, I think, to a lot of people to say that, but I think it is. I don't know, where would you put it? That's where I would put it, right above Triple H and Michaels.
Right above that?
Or right below it.
Yeah, I was thinking either above Taker, either above Mankind Kane or above Orton. We can put it above Orton Taker, meet in the middle.
Boom. There she goes. All right, the next one would be Hell in a Cell 2017. Oh my god, I can't believe they did this for this long. So insane. So we have another tag match, a tornado tag team match for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. The Usos defeated the New Day, Big E, and Xavier Woods for the Tag Team Championships in Detroit, Michigan in a 22-minute match. For me, this one goes under This Happened.
Really?
Yeah, I don't remember this whatsoever.
Oh, wow.
No clue.
What happened? VP? Put it over by the front door. Because I've got to switch over the laundry.
He took a pee-pee.
Take him outside.
That's a good point. Yeah, but is he finished peeing? That is the question.
Do you know how he does? He's not finished peeing.
He's
not finished peeing.
He had a tinkle.
And on this.
He goes twice.
Well, now my cat's acting up. What's your problem?
No, these two team dogs. These two always.
But was it a memorable Hell in a Cell match? Is the question.
Yes. I mean,
It was?
I think so. They had tools.
Okay.
They had weapons. They used to sell. Yeah. I'm thinking.
I have to go with your judgment because I don't remember anything about this at all whatsoever.
I remember this one was pretty.
I should point out that while I have always watched WWE, there is a couple of years here where I was just like, and I basically watched the 4 big pay-per-views, and that was it. Not even the big 4, honestly. Usually, like, the 3 of them. I always watched the Rumble, I always watched Mania, and then SummerSlam was like a hit or miss. So this was in an era where I was like, not really a huge fan. It wasn't amazing to me.
I mean, I remember. I know this kicked off the show. I just remember watching this, just being completely invested in it.
All right.
You know, this was after they had gone back and forth with their little rap off, their little freestyle rap battle they had on Raw.
I'll have to look all this stuff up. I have no clue. Yeah, this was during the Me Don't Care, Don't Watch era. Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, I like this was when they were going back and forth with the titles. They had a street fight. They had a couple different matches, and then they Usos invoked their rematch for the titles for this match.
Okay.
I just remember this one being pretty great.
Wow, that's a scary word. Where is he putting it? I have to trust your judgment on this because my pick would be This Happened. This happened. But if you've seen it and you love it, then I need to trust your judgment.
I like it above the DX Shane.
Wow, that high! I have to see this, man. Alrighty then. I have to trust your judgment.
All right.
Don't make me look like a fool.
I won't.
All right. I don't think you will either. And then the other match on the card was a baffling one, in my opinion. Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon in a Hell in a Cell, but also Falls Count Anywhere? For some strange reason. In a 39-minute match. One of I think the second longest Hell in a Cell match. Let me see. 39 minutes. Yeah, I think it's the second longest. Why did this match deserve to be that long?
Is this when they were in the whole Kevin and Sammy versus Shane and Daniel Bryan?
I don't know. Oh my god. Oh, we are in a blind spot, my friend, for me. We are in a blind spot.
I think this
it is.
Was this not after Daniel Bryan ended up coming back in retirement? So still Daniel Bryan was champ. He was still general manager.
I don't know. You don't remember it?
Not really.
No. Well, you know where that goes. The second longest Hell in a Cell match in history, and we don't remember it. Not a good sign. Oh, I think this was the Echo repeat where Shane jumped off the cell a second time. Just like he did at WrestleMania. He did like basically the exact same thing. If I remember correctly.
Shane knocked Owens off to the side. So he's like the announce table. Oh yeah. And then
yeah.
Shane placed Owens on the announce table, and then
Sammy pulled him off, I think.
And Sammy pulled him off.
Yeah.
And Sammy.
I do remember that briefly, but I would still put it in blue. Because I don't remember it being 39 minutes long. Why did, I don't...
Yeah, I don't know.
All right. That's where that goes. Boom. I just realized that both the longest Hell in a Cell matches were Shane. Weren't they?
47. No, that was Triple H and Shawn.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Man, that's crazy. Okay. Next up would be Hell in a Cell 2018. Randy Orton defeated Jeff Hardy in a grudge match, I guess. 24 minutes. Don't remember it at all. This is another one for me that's still in my dead zone, my blind zone.
I remember
their feud, but I don't remember this match.
I think I remember one specific moment. Orton grabbing the screwdriver, sticking it in.
Is this AEW?
The big giant hoop earring, right?
Oh.
Took it out.
Oh, his gauge.
Yeah, his gauge. Yeah, sticking the screwdriver in the gauge and then twisting it around the line. I think I remember that spot in this match.
Gross.
Yeah.
Don't smell a gauge, by the way.
That makes sense. Yeah, during the
they
match,
smell like ass.
Orton screwdriver through Hardy's earlobe. Twisted. Orton and Hardy. That's only.
I don't know.
It wasn't that good match. Hardy
Blue.
Hung over to the table, only for it to move, causing Hardy to crash through the table. For me, not blue. I remember it.
Okay. Is this trash? Or is this like super low mid?
Super low.
So let's say where just bottom, straight bottom.
Yep.
Also on that night was Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman, which ended in a no contest. It was for the WWE Universal Championship with Mick Foley as the special guest referee. This was also Strowman's Money in the Bank cash-in match. Lasted 24 minutes. I don't remember this one either. I can't believe he cashed in with a scheduled match. That's brutal. That sucks. I guess because he was so confident that he would win, he was just like, I don't need to surprise my opponent. I will schedule that match basically. And then it ended in a no contest, even though it's a Hell in a Cell.
I kind of remember it.
And somehow Mick Foley was involved.
I remember the end. There wasn't a finish involved. Drew McIntyre too, and only for Seth Rollins. Just but this was when surprise returned with Brock Lesnar.
Okay.
Kicked in the cell door while Heyman incapacitated Foley with pepper spray. Lesnar.
Oh yeah, I've got the full match here on. Oh no, this is Raw.
Attacked both Strowman and Reigns with a piece of the table and F5 both of them. A second ref came out and declared that Strowman and Reigns could not continue, resulting in a no contest.
Terrible ending. Trash, yeah.
Yep.
Where in trash? I guess just above Nash, yeah, I was gonna say. Next would be Hell in a Cell 2019. Please make it stop. First match was Becky Lynch defending the Raw Women's Championship against Sasha Banks. This was in October 2019. Was this the Thunderdome?
No, Thunderdome would have been in
2020.
Yep.
Okay. Sometime in 2020. I don't remember this match either. I'm sorry. I didn't realize how big of a blank spot I had. I'll see if I can look it up real quick. Becky Lynch.
A specific spot on this one.
Full match is on YouTube. I'll be able to skim through it here.
I remember them doing something new that I had.
Sasha was so pretty back then, man. Holy crap. So was Becky.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Beautiful ladies.
Yep. Definitely like Becky before pre-baby.
I think it's the fact that she wears too much makeup now that kind of takes it away from her.
Makeup and Just too skinny.
Yeah, she is super skinny. Yeah.
Just like, I'm sure she's healthier, but I mean, she might feel like she was.
Yeah, agreed. And I liked Sasha before all the face surgery.
Yeah. Makeup.
Yeah, I don't. It might just be ridiculous amounts of makeup. Who knows? I'm sure we'll get yelled at for commenting on women's appearances.
I think what I
remember. Oh yeah, I remember this match.
This new thing, not new thing, but
this was the red cell too.
I think Becky. Becky. I think wedged Sasha in the corner
with a chair
in between kendo stick.
Yeah, I just watched it. It was she put the chair in the cell in the corner and sat Sasha on top of it.
Yeah.
With kendo sticks supporting the chair and did a drop kick off the apron into the corner. That looked pretty great.
Yeah.
There was also a table spot that seemed to get the crowd up pretty well. It looks like a Meteora through the table. Looked decent. What's the ending here? Looks like a Becky exploder from the top of the turnbuckle onto a bunch of steel chairs.
Yep.
And then an armbar or disarmer for the win. High mid, I guess.
I mean, you think this one's better than the other women's match?
No, I don't think so. No.
Yep, then I'd say high mid.
Yeah. There's no blood or anything in it, and that's, I guess, pretty standard with women, but, like, I don't know. It didn't feel as brutal from what I saw. Let's see if I can get this.
Higher than the tag match?
Ooh, yeah, good point. Maybe right below the tag match.
Yeah.
That tag match looked really good. I recommend watching it. It's actually pretty underrated, I think.
I will go back.
Yeah. And I'll go back and watch that tag match you talked about. Usos and New Day.
That'll be your home.
Oh, God. Is the next one what I think it is? It is.
We'll put it in trash.
Oh my God. Seth Rollins versus The Fiend Bray Wyatt when it ended in a match stoppage. This was the one where Seth Rollins was pissed at how bad the match was.
And everybody watched it.
And everyone was pissed. This sucked. 17 minutes of trash with the lights all red and just the stupidest ending.
Bigger question is put it above or below in Nash.
My God, they're all so equally bad though. They really are. This was terrible though. I think this is worse than the Ryback stuff. Honestly, I think this was so. Oh man,
there was just. But I think you're right.
I know, like it sucks because the talent in the ring was so good, but the booking was fucking atrocious.
Yeah,
it was so bad. There's nothing redeemable about this match besides the respect that we have for the people that were involved.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
What?
All right.
Oh, yes, you match up.
Yeah, unreal.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I have no respect for Ryback as a wrestler, but the lack of respect I have for the booking is worse than my disrespect for Ryback. Yeah, that was just. I remember being mad after watching that show. I was just like, that was the stupidest thing I've ever seen. That was so bad. All right, now I think we are in Thunderdome era.
Thunderdome.
So we have Roman Reigns defending his Universal Championship against Jey Uso.
Yeah, you can have Roman.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, this was a Hell in a Cell I Quit match.
Yep.
A combo match. This was good. I do remember watching this. And it ended with Jimmy Uso.
Jimmy.
Yeah. He put Jimmy in a guillotine and forced Jey to say I quit because he couldn't defend Jimmy.
Yep.
Because he was so brutalized. I don't remember the match itself though.
This was a lot of. I mean, it was slow,
but it was good storytelling.
But it was really good story. You know, this is when you hear like just during the match when Jay's down, Roman just talking over him, talking.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
I don't even
Thunderdome.
Was it Thunderdome?
Yeah, it was definitely Thunderdome. It was the one with the screens.
Yep.
Yeah.
But you just hear Roman just talk to him.
Yeah, that was one thing I really liked about the Thunderdome was once the wrestlers realized, hey, I can speak and they can hear me. Yeah. I can use that to my advantage in these matches. Like that was cool.
And I think after the match was when Roman walked up and received the Tula follow from his dad and his uncle.
And I think this was what also made Jey Uso be nicknamed Main Event Jey Uso, right? Yeah. Yeah, I would put this pretty high.
I put it great.
Yeah, I would put it. I would put it at the lowest grade. I think. Yeah. Because I still have to think Hell in a Cell. There's no blood in this. There wasn't really a whole lot of like hardcore head bashing. It was great storytelling, but if you take away the cell, could they just have had a match? Yes, they could have. They did nothing with the cell that was significant enough as a Hell in a Cell match. Remember, I'm not comparing these as matches per se. I'm comparing these as Hell in a Cell matches.
That's true.
And that's where some of these fall apart for me. Because as a Hell in a Cell match, they don't live up to that name.
It's just a match.
But as a match,
amazing. Honestly.
Yeah, I probably would as well. If this was just an I Quit match, completely agree. I would probably put that up there as well. But the fact that it's Hell in a Cell, I think that knocks it down into the great category. So I would put it at low grade. I don't know where you're willing to come down to. I would compromise at above Triple H Jericho.
I'll take it.
Actually, I'd go one more than that. I'd say it's maybe, that's where I would go. I can't put it above Lesnar.
Whatever you want.
Okay. What else was on this pay-per-view? Sasha defeating Bayley for the SmackDown Women's Championship, 26 minutes. Don't know. This is the problem with these like pay-per-views where they have 3 Hell in a Cell matches. It's like one of them's going to be memorable. There's no way you're going to have 3 memorable Hell in a Cell matches on one show. I'm sorry. By the way, I also don't have Meltzer's ratings for these matches because I don't know. They weren't listed for me on the page that I was using. I'll see if I can find it while you're looking up what may have been.
Several weapons during the match, including chairs, candlesticks, table, and ladder. They performed Meteora several times. Performed on Bailey on the ladder. Pinfall. In the climax, Banks placed Bailey's head in the steel chair and applied the bank statement to Bailey while stomping on the chair and forced Bailey to submit to the title. I vaguely remember finish.
Just as a note, Bray Wyatt, like the Fiend Bray Wyatt versus Seth Rollins, got a -2 stars from Meltzer. That's so funny that he went that route. I don't blame him though. No, that was terrible. I can't find anything about this match though.
Just a way to not disrespect it. I would say this happened. Put it in I'm sure it was a good match.
I'm sure it was decent. Yeah.
I just don't remember.
And then Randy Orton defeated Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship in a 30-minute match. I somewhat remember this match, but I don't remember anything about it. I just remember it being pretty decent. But I don't remember anything about it. I just remember being entertained. Also in the Thunderdome. Here it is. The full match is on YouTube. Let's see if I can spot anything. Yeah, definitely Thunderdome. Definitely the screens. Definitely the ugly red cage. Highlights.
This was Orton's last World Championship
win. So Drew took a table bump off the side of the cell. Looked pretty ugly. Orton basically they were fighting on the side of the cell, and Orton bashed him into the cell, and he bounced back into the
They were on top. They were both climbing down. McIntyre went crashing through the table.
The ending was. It looks like a missed Claymore, I'm going to guess. Yep, missed Claymore into an RKO. Anyone. Yeah. So this is one where I talked about this just a few minutes ago, but I talk about this being a great match, but not a great Hell in a Cell match. No blood, no super high spots, no crazy, hardcore shenanigans. It was just a great match with an announce table spot, and not doesn't live up to the Hell in a Cell name.
So what do you think?
If it was not in Hell in a Cell, it would be probably a good or great match. But yeah, you would put it in This Happened, or do you remember it?
Vaguely.
Yeah, I would say below Sasha and Banks.
You mean Sasha and Banks, right? Yeah, you said Sasha.
Oh, yeah, Sasha and Becky. Sorry, Sasha and Banks.
Yeah.
Good call. All right, thanks for catching me on that, so I didn't sound like an idiot. The next one was on SmackDown in 2021, also in front of the Thunderdome crowd. This was, I think, slightly before they. No, I think they were still full on Thunderdome at that time. Yeah. Roman Reigns defended his Universal Championship against Rey Mysterio in a 16-minute bout. I remember it, but this is another one of those things where it was a match that happened to be inside of a cell. The high spot of the match was a powerbomb that Roman Reigns delivered onto Rey Mysterio from inside the ring into the steel cage on the outside of the ring. Like, he basically threw him powerbomb style into the side of the cage.
And
that was
our angle couldn't see the landing.
Yeah, they clearly pre-taped this with a landing pad on the outside. Yeah.
This was during the reign. The Reigns reign.
The lengthy reign. Yeah. Yeah, this wasn't a good one. Yeah, as a Hell in a Cell match, this is trash.
Yeah.
It wasn't good.
I would agree.
This is the thing, man. Like, so many of these are like actually decent matches. They just happen to be in a cell. So as a Hell in a Cell match, I can't give them props for that.
Right.
Yeah, man, where do you put it though? I mean, it had to have been better than the Braun Strowman Roman. Fucking. What do you even call it? Schmoz craziness. So I guess better than Kane Taker too, because Kane Taker was awful. This wasn't awful. It was a good match that happened to be inside of a cell. So I would put it above Kane Taker. That's where I would slot it.
And below Taker Bossman.
Yeah, I don't think Taker Bossman's gonna lose because it has something over all the other trash.
Yeah.
That can't really be beaten.
Yep.
That's kind of where I would put it. All right. Also on this night was Bianca Belair defeating Bayley for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Again, I don't remember anything about this.
No, that was 2 days later.
Oh yeah, you're right. It was at the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. That's right. The Roman and Ray was on SmackDown, and then Hell in a Cell. Yeah. Are you freaking kidding me? So they had a Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, and they. Wow, I don't even. Well, why did they? Oh, I wonder if that. I think there was a reason they moved it to SmackDown. I don't remember what it was, but I do remember them having to move it for some reason. I think it was. Yeah, I don't remember. It was something. I do remember it was something. Yeah, I don't remember this one at all. This one for me would go in This Happened. It's pretty sad, man.
Yeah.
I do have the full match here. Let me do a quick skim. I'm so glad that they put all this stuff for free on YouTube. It's also nice because the YouTube has like the metrics, so I can see where all the highlights are. So it looks like Bayley did a drop toe hold into the steel steps. That looked pretty nasty. Oh, Bayley's biting Bianca Belair's arm like a freaking zombie. That was pretty nasty.
Nice.
Ooh, what was this?
Bayley on the ladder.
Oh, it was a spine buster into a kendo stick that was propped up between the cage and the apron.
Ooh.
That was pretty good. It snapped. It was pretty cool. Bailey begging to get out of the cage. Ref's like, nope, you gotta go do your match, bro. Oh, what is this? Bianca's trapped in the ladder. Bailey did some sort of like, I don't even know what that move was. I can't even describe it. She like drove her head and chest into the ladder when she was already on top of the ladder. It was kind of strange. Now Bailey's on top of the ladder on the ground. Bianca did just a backdrop onto it. Oh yeah, now a KOD onto the ladder. Oof, that looked nasty. Okay. Yeah, I don't remember this match at all. I think this is basically right next to Sasha and Banks, right below it. Again. Did I say that again?
You did.
Holy crap! I'm amazing. Yeah, that's where I would put it. You know, it's not. It doesn't appear to be as good as Sasha and Banks. I did it on purpose that time. That was on purpose. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, put it above Orton and Drew.
Yeah. It at least had some pretty crazy hardcore spots in it. That KOD on the ladder looked nasty. Also on this night was Bobby Lashley defeating Drew McIntyre in a last chance match for the WWE Championship. I guess that was Drew's last chance for the title. Don't remember the match though. What can you tell me?
Lashley ended up rolling McIntyre.
So a match inside a cell, but not a Hell in a Cell.
Pretty much.
Okay. So we got some trash there, you think?
Yep.
All right. I can't imagine it was as good as Roman and Ray. So I'd say below Roman and Ray.
Yeah, below Roman. Yeah.
Almost at the end. We're getting to the finish line. The next one was on Raw. What? Bobby Lashley versus Xavier Woods?
The next night on Raw.
On the next night on Raw. In a 13-minute Hell in a Cell match. Why?
2 nights in a row, Bobby. It's
Why? Why did they do this? Bobby Lashley, Xavier Woods, Hell in a Cell. What could have prompted this? I'm looking at footage here. I have no idea what prompted this match. It was a Thunderdome match. Looks like there was a table spot.
I don't even know.
Yeah, this goes in. This happened, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, now we're getting into at least something that I can remember.
Yep.
The last 4.
It was in front of
fans. Yes, so we finally returned to fans. So Edge defeated Seth Rollins at Crown Jewel 2021 in a 27-minute match. Was this the one where he did the Brood entrance? Or one of them where he did a Brood entrance? No, that was at WrestleMania.
Yeah, or SummerSlam.
Yeah. I don't remember this one then. Edge.
No, this was after Seth Edge invaded.
All right, I got the full match here. Let me. Oh no, I don't. This is a recreation of it in a WWE video game.
This was in Saudi.
Oh yeah, well yeah, it's Crown Jewel. Yeah, makes sense. All right, I do have a full match here. Let me see if I can spot anything about it.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, you're gonna have to take this one. I don't remember this one for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, this is when the feud is real personal between Edge and Seth. Seth did a little home invasion.
Just a little home invasion.
Just a little home invasion. I think this is the first time we saw Edge use the crossface with the instrument. This one was just sometimes you can take the chair leg, use it in the crossface.
Yep.
This was pretty brutal match. They went to the table. I thought really good.
All right. I'll take your word for it. Where would you slot this bad boy?
Definitely better than Charlotte, Sasha. Or should I say Sasha and Banks?
So here's my thing. I was going to suggest moving Edge and Taker and that tag match up into good at the bottom of good because mid was getting pretty bloated.
Okay.
Yep. So maybe that match takes over the top spot in mid. Edge and Rollins.
Yeah, if you take out. Yeah, if you move those two up to mid, or if you move those two up to good. Actually, you know what? I would put.
Okay. Like that. So like that.
Yep.
Okay. Down to the last three.
That was
June 2022. Cody Rowans? What the fuck am I doing? I'm combining people's first names and last names. Cody Rhodes defeated Seth freaking Rollins at Hell in a Cell 2022. To me, this is like the first Triple H potential era match in Hell in a Cell. 24 minutes. Obviously, this was the infamous match where Cody had ripped his pectoral muscle and decided to fight in the match anyway.
Yep.
Which I cannot believe they let him do. He got like shots of something. I can't remember. He got shots of something to get him through the match.
Yep.
Yeah, just crazy. Yep. I couldn't believe he did this. Yeah, I mean, the match itself was not like amazing, but the fact that it happened despite this giant pectoral injury was
used the cell. They still made it.
Yeah,
a tremendous.
I mean, at one point, Rollins was jamming the kendo stick into his injured pec.
Yeah,
pretty nasty. No blood that I can remember. Just crazy Cody.
I'd put it bottom.
Wow.
I would.
Okay, so here's what I was also going to do with the great category. Because we don't have a whole lot of amazing in there, I was going to move Armageddon and the top Undertaker Lesnar match into amazing.
Hold off on that. So
okay.
Have another one that might go amazing.
Okay. There it goes. Next we have Edge defeating the Demon Finn Balor at WrestleMania 39, April of 2023 at SoFi Stadium, 18-minute match. This one is controversial as well. There was a spot in the match where Finn Balor got hit, I think with the ladder, if I remember correctly.
Pretty sure it was ladder and chair.
Yeah, he got hit with something. Yeah, it was a ladder because Edge did that like spear move where you take the ladder and you rush at your opponent with the head of the ladder.
Yeah,
and it hit Finn Balor in the head and it cut him wide open and he started bleeding. And this was during the "you can't bleed" era still, and so they kept stopping the match to glue him up and towel him off.
I think they only stopped it once, but it was for a couple minutes.
Yeah, it was a while, and the crowd did not like it whatsoever. And after the match was over, they immediately tended to him and were wiping him down and all that kind of stuff.
But when you saw it after the match, you understood why. It was
pretty nasty.
It was pretty nasty.
Yeah. But, I mean, if this was Attitude Era, they would have been like, whatever, keep going.
Yep.
In fact, they probably would still do that today, honestly, now.
They look at what Drew had. Look what happened.
Yeah, we'll talk about that shortly for sure.
Yep.
I thought this match was decent, as a Hell in a Cell match.
Definitely more.
Yeah. I don't think I could put it in. I can't put it in great because of that annoying spot in the match where they're just like, no, we got to put you on pause, man. We're going to glue you. I was like, okay. I mean, if it was like really that bad, okay, I can forgive it. But like, was it really that bad? I don't know. Also, they were still doing. I think they were still doing the red lights in this match, weren't they? Let me check. I think they were. Seth Rollins. No, not Seth Rollins. Edge, Finn, Balor, WrestleMania. Nope, they weren't. Never mind. And the cage was not red actually, so this wasn't the first return of the silver cage. This is a tough one for me. Because I'm not like the biggest Edge fan, and I'm also not the biggest Finn Balor fan, so like that holds it against it for me too. I'm trying not to hold that against it. Where would you put it? I'll see if I can find a slot for it based on what you're thinking.
Good.
You'd put it in good? Okay. I'm not against putting it in good either. I personally liked Sasha and Charlotte better than this one.
Put it somewhere between Shane and Taker and Sasha and Charlotte.
Let's see. Where does it feel right? I think it feels right there. Which leads us to our final match. CM Punk defeats Drew McIntyre at Bad Blood 2024 in a 31-minute epic.
Instant classic. 5 stars.
Instant classic, yeah. I have to be careful of recency bias in this one, but I would put it. I'm deciding for me whether to put it above or right below Taker and Cactus Jack, or sorry, Triple H and Cactus Jack. That's where I'm thinking. I would be open to the idea of putting it at the bottom of GOAT because it was really good, but I have this recency bias about it, so it's tough to know how I'll feel about it in the future.
I can justify putting it in GOAT because, like the middle one that's up there, it stayed completely inside the cell.
So did this one, yeah, you're right.
Obviously, the other two in GOAT and Triple H Cactus Jack didn't stay in the cell. This was a clean finish. They used the cell.
Yeah. Great storytelling.
Great.
It's a dilemma, isn't it? The recency bias is the hard part because it's like it's so fresh. We know it was great, but how great was it?
But is it that iconic?
Yeah, is it GOAT status?
What do you think, Ash?
Does it go in GOAT or does it go in dog?
Does it go? Which one does it go?
I just hit the mic.
Which one?
He's leaning right. I don't know what that means. I'm going. Yeah, I'm gonna say top of amazing.
I think top of amazing.
Yeah, I think that's a good spot for it.
Kind of evens out that category.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. All right. Do we want to change anything? Let's go through it. I'll recap it real quick, and we'll go through it. So this happened. I don't know. These are the lost, forgotten Hell in a Cell matches. Looks like I might have to zoom in a little bit here. Right. DX versus Legacy. Randy Orton versus Sheamus. Roman versus Bray. Roman versus Rusev. Shane versus Owens. Sasha versus Bayley. And Xavier Woods versus Bobby Lashley on Raw. God, that's a really weird one.
It's not that we don't remember this. Well, Bobby.
Yeah,
Xavier. It's just I don't remember anything specific about the match.
Nothing at all.
Just don't want to disrespect it and say it's not.
Yeah,
good.
It could be good, but obviously it wasn't. None of those matches could possibly be above good.
Right.
So starting from the most trash match, no disrespect to the people involved, Seth Rollins versus The Fiend Bray Wyatt, followed by CM Punk versus Ryback, and then CM Punk versus Ryback and Paul Heyman. Triple H versus Kevin Nash with Mick Foley is the guest referee, I think.
Yep.
Who's that? I think that's Mick Foley, right?
Yep.
Followed by, ironically, Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman with Mick Foley as the special guest referee. Kane versus Undertaker. Drew versus Bobby Lashley. Roman versus Ray. And at the high end of the trash column, cannot be taken from its spot, Undertaker versus Big Boss Man.
came together.
You've done bad when you are worse than Taker Boss Man. You know you're worse.
Yeah.
Dante's being a bugger right now. He's being a bugger. And then at the bottom of the mid category, we've got Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton. Randy Orton versus Mark Henry. Punk versus Taker. Daniel Bryan versus Randy Orton with HBK as a special guest referee. Randy versus Cena. Ambrose versus Rollins. Cena versus Orton again.
Again.
Punk versus Cena versus Del Rio. Drew versus Orton. Bianca versus Bailey, and at the top of mid, we've got Bailey versus no. Oh my god, I'm losing it. This is Sasha and Bex. This was that one.
Becky and Sasha.
Sasha and Becky. Good lord. There's a lot of Hell in a Cell matches. At the bottom of the good column, we've got Edge versus Rollins. We've got the Undertaker and Stone Cold versus Kane and Mankind. We've got Undertaker versus Edge. We've got Rollins versus KO. We've got Shane versus Taker. We've got Kane versus Mankind. We've got Edge versus Finn Balor. Taker versus Orton. Sasha versus Charlotte. HBK versus Triple H. Undertaker versus Batista. And Batista versus Triple H at the top of the good column. Getting into the great column, we're lowering them down here. DX versus Vince, Shane, and Big Show. The Usos versus who was that? New Day?
Yep.
Yeah, New Day. Where is he? He's just meowing at me from like the abyss. Taker versus Lesnar. Taker versus Lesnar again. Armageddon. Cody versus Rollins at the bottom of the amazing column, followed by Triple H and Cactus Jack at Hell in a Cell. Cactus Jack's retirement match. And at the top of the amazing column, we've got Drew versus CM Punk. And the GOATs. At the bottom of the GOATs, we've got Taker versus Shawn Michaels, Triple H versus Taker, and Taker versus Mankind. Taker in all three GOAT Hell in a Cell matches, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what that says about that man, other than the fact that he's an absolute legend.
Well, the odds of him being up there are the greatest. See some numbers. He has been in the most. He has the most appearances. So 14.
And the most victories.
With 8.
With 8.
Yep.
And Mankind has been in 4 and never won one. That
would make
great.
Him with the most losses as well.
Yep. And Bailey holds the most losses or actually Bailey and Sasha are tied for the most losses, and and Sasha's been in the most Hell in a Cell matches. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Whew. That's a lot of Hell in a Cell matches. Let me tell you though, Vince, look what you did. You watered down this shit so bad. Look at how many are just in the mid and trash category. And these are supposed to be like epic conclusions to feuds. And you've got this many in mid and trash. And then you've got a bunch that just people, we were like, huh?
Yeah.
This happened? Like, that's not good. It's not a good track record. That being said, though, since Triple H took over, out of the three matches that he's done or he's booked, they're all in good or better, good or amazing. So
great.
Nope. The Rollins and Edge match, I think, right, was his first one, and then it was Rollins and Cody, and then Drew and McIntyre. Yeah. Or Drew. I did it again.
No, the Rollins and Cody was first, and then the Edge and Finn Balor.
Oh, Edge and Finn Balor. Yeah, that's right. That's the one. Yeah. And where did we put that? Oh, yeah, we put that in good. Yeah. Yeah. Well, this has been a fun trip down memory lane. I love doing these lists. It's very fun.
We have homework. Each of us has homework.
We have a lot of homework to do. We have Survivor Series coming up, and we'll be doing another one of these lists very soon.
Before our next show, I have to watch the tag of Split.
Oh, the old the Raw match.
Yep.
Yeah, and I gotta watch the Usos match. Which one?
Yep.
Which pay per view was that one at? I gotta write this down here. Usos was that Hell in a Cell 2017. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember that Hell in a Cell 2017. I gotta find a way to watch that match. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Hell in a Cell or the network.
Oh, I don't have the network now. I mean, I technically do, but the network up here is not the network. It's actually, it might have that pay per view because it's not too old. I'll have to check. That's a good point. I'll have to check. Yeah, the WWE network is not what it used to be. I'll put it to you that way.
No.
Not even close.
Raw, 1998.
Yeah, that'll be a little bit more difficult. It might be on, or no, the full match was on YouTube.
Yeah.
So just watch it on YouTube. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Wrestling Renaissance Run-In, special edition of the Wrestling Renaissance podcast. Remember, if you want to email in your questions, you can email them into co.op.podcast@gmail.com. If you want to check us out, I am on BlueSky, no longer on Twitter. I'm on BlueSky at TJ-Leo.
I am on both BlueSky and on X at Culture K.
Nice. He's on the Twins. He's on the Blue Twins.
Yep.
Well, I guess X is not blue anymore. It's like a black and white crap.
I think they are. They did.
Silly Elon.
Yeah.
And that's our show. Make sure to check us out every week, as we always have new content each and every week, new podcasts, new specials, all that good stuff. And we are out. Happy Halloween.